When you are growing a human body inside of you, best believe that your human body will go through a lot of changes. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing some of the changes that happens in the body during pregnancy. Changes that I noticed in my body both with my first and now my second pregnancy. And changes that you should expect, especially if you are pregnant for the first time. For those who are seeing me for the first time, my name is Esther. Thank you so much for joining in, and please do well to subscribe to my channel because I really love to have you here. So I have a list of changes that I've noticed in my body. Some of these changes I knew about them and I was expecting them, while some of these changes took me by surprise. So let's just get into the video. So the number one thing that has changed in my body, which I did not expect at all, is skin tags. I wasn't expecting this at all. I knew about skin tags. I've seen it on people's bodies before, but I just didn't know that you could get skin tags from pregnancy. I had skin tags in my first pregnancy. Initially, I wasn't bothered about it because it was just a few on my face. But by the end of my first pregnancy, I had a lot of them on my face and on my neck, and I was just like, waiting be this. What is this? Some of them actually cleared on their own after my first pregnancy, but 3 years later, I'm pregnant with my second child, and I can see that they are back again with full force. Please let me know in the comment section, did you get skin tag from your pregnancy? Did you know about it, or were you surprised just like me? Number two is stretch marks, and I feel like this is a very common one. In fact, for some people, once they hear pregnancy, the next thing that comes to their mind is stretch marks. So with my first pregnancy, I didn't get stretch marks until around 32 to 33 weeks. And they were quite minimal. But with my second pregnancy, I started noticing it a bit earlier. Or do I say the ones that didn't really clear up very well in the first pregnancy started showing up more, because I'm seeing them in the same area where I had the first ones. I've been using bio oil for my stretch marks and it has been working for me. It doesn't prevent stretch marks. In fact, I don't think there's any product that completely prevents stretch marks. They just make it look better. So yeah, I knew about stretch marks and I would say I was expecting them and I got them, so I'm not surprised about that. Number three on my list is hyperpigmentation, and I feel like this is another very common one. Sometimes this is referred to as the mask of pregnancy. So at some point in pregnancy, you may notice the darkening of some areas of your body, areas such as your underarms, your nipples, your areola, and of course your neck, which is usually the most visible part. Some people may notice a darkening of the skin all over their body. Some people become 1 or 2 shades darker when they are pregnant, like me. I also dark during my first pregnancy. In fact, I was like a burnt offering. So it just depends on your skin. Number 4 is linea nigra, which is usually the dark line that appears on your belly during pregnancy. So for some people, it goes from the belly button upwards, while for some people, it extends all the way down to your pubic region. And this is usually because of hormonal changes that go on in your body during pregnancy. See, let me tell you something. Any change that you notice in your body when you're pregnant, blame it on the pregnancy hormones, the estrogen, the progesterone, and all the rest of them. Call those hormones out with your full chest because they are the ones responsible. But the good thing is that after you've had your baby, most of these changes start to go back to normal. It may take a while, it may take a week, months, or even years, but eventually your body will go back to normal. So don't panic, okay? So number 5 is a very obvious one, if I may say, which is weight gain. So for me, I lost so much weight in my first pregnancy because I had very bad nausea and vomiting. I started gaining weight in my second trimester, and I'm pretty sure that I'll gain even more weight in my third trimester or before the end of the pregnancy. So weight gain during pregnancy is usually due to the weight of the growing baby. It can also be due to extra fluid or extra water in your body, especially in the last months of your pregnancy. There are many factors that also affect how much weight you gain in your pregnancy. Factors such as what you eat, your lifestyle, and how active you are or how much you exercise. But the good thing again is that after you've had your baby, you most likely lose the baby weight. That's the weight of the baby, and of course the extra fluid. And then you can slowly work on losing your body fat. And please remember to be kind to yourself, because it took your body about how many months? 9 months. Yes, it took your body 9 months to put on whatever weight that you are trying to lose. So while at it, please be kind and nice to yourself. So number 6 is about breast and nipple changes. Yes, when you are pregnant, your breasts will become bigger and fuller, and your nipples will also become bigger, darker, and even sensitive. I feel like this is just your body preparing to produce milk for when your baby is born. So whether you decide to breastfeed or not after you've had your baby, you should expect some breast and nipple changes when you are pregnant, okay? So for number 7, I just thought to throw in a happy and exciting one for you guys, which is bright and glowing skin. Yes, this is something I really enjoyed throughout my first trimester and some parts of my second trimester. And I think this is what people normally refer to as the pregnancy glow. I don't know if that sounds familiar. I had a few breakouts here and there, but for the most part, my skin was bright and glowing. Even for some people who struggle with very bad acne or other skin issues, would sometimes say that their skin looks a lot better when they are pregnant. So I guess that's an exciting one. Although for some people, it might be the other way around, where they have so many acne or breakouts or skin issues when they are pregnant. So whatever the case may be, please be sure to embrace your pregnancy journey, okay? And number 8 is another very exciting change to expect during pregnancy, which is hair and nail growth. During my first pregnancy, my hair grew so well. It was very thick and very full as well. My hair was so full and thick that I decided to do the whole natural hair thing. So I went for about 18 months postpartum without relaxing my hair. But after 18 months, I went back to relaxing my hair because I just couldn't deal with the natural hair thing. And with this, my second pregnancy, I've also noticed a very good hair growth. Although my hair feels a lot drier than before. I don't know why. But I really love it. I've also noticed some good nail growth, especially on my toenails. And I wish I could say the same for my fingernails, but nope. I bite and chew my fingernails. It's very therapeutic. You should try it. Don't mind me. My fingernails grow, but I usually just bite and chew it off. No shame. Still on hair growth, I've also noticed that the hairs on my belly has really been growing. Like, I didn't even know I had hairs there. The pattern of the hair growth is really funny because the hairs are just sticking out. They are thick and they are very dark as well. These pregnancy hormones are really working very hard. So number 9 is a very common and funny one, if I may say, which is big nose. If you go throughout your pregnancy journey and your nose did not get big or at least increase slightly in size, sister, were you even pregnant? This one is so obvious that sometimes it's just funny and it's hard to comprehend the reason behind pregnancy and big nose. But again, I guess the pregnancy hormones are at work. Number 10 is dry skin. You guys, my skin has been feeling a lot more drier than before since this pregnancy. At a point, I was like, waiting the occur. And I don't think it's a hydration issue because I think I drink enough water to keep me hydrated. Let me even drink water. One thing that's really helped me with the dry skin is moisturizing my skin properly and as many times as I can. I talked about it in my previous video. I talked about some of the products that I've been using to keep my skin really moisturized. So if you haven't seen that video, do well to check it out. I'll put the link in the description box. All right. Another thing that has changed in my body, which I did not fully expect, is that my feet has increased. So before my first pregnancy, my shoe size was size 40, 41. I was a perfect size 40 and I had a couple of size 41 shoes. But after my first pregnancy, all my size 40 shoes didn't fit again at all. So I became a size 41 shoe. And with this second pregnancy, I can already feel that most of my size 41 shoes no longer fit. So who knows, by the end of this second pregnancy, I might start wearing size 42 or even size 43. My fingers also increased because I got this ring after my first pregnancy because the one I had didn't fit anymore. And when I first got this ring, it was quite loose that sometimes it will even fall off my finger. But now it's starting to feel a bit tight. Hopefully it doesn't get too tight that I wouldn't be able to wear it again, because I don't think I plan to buy another ring. Very obvious one, which is an increase in the size of your belly. This one is usually so obvious that even a blind man can see it. I mean, how else are we supposed to know you're pregnant? How else are we supposed to know you're pregnant if we don't see a big belly or a baby bump? So your belly can go from this to that, and that's because a cute little human being is growing inside of you. And even as the pregnancy progresses, your belly will become bigger in order to accommodate the growing baby, because the baby is growing, right? Number 13 is bleeding gums, and this is something else that took me by surprise. I know about bleeding gums in pregnancy, I've read about them, but I just didn't think it's something that I would experience. Until recently, my gums were very sore, and before I knew it, my gums were bleeding. I looked up a few home remedies to try. I tried them and it worked. This lasted for only about 2 days, and after 2 days I didn't feel it again. It didn't happen again. Of course, if it got worse or if it lasted for more than 2 days, I would have probably gone to see my GP, or maybe I would have gone to see a dentist. Number 14 on my list is bigger face, or do I say puffy face? Yes, when you're pregnant, your face would really change. It can look bigger or even fuller. There's just this entirely different look that your face will have, which is very different from what it used to be when you were not pregnant. And the last on my list, I don't know if I'll call this weird or unusual. My belly button has just decided to pop out and become more noticeable. This is something that happened even in my first pregnancy, and the reason behind that is quite understandable, because as your pregnancy progresses, there's a lot of pressure on your belly, which has a way of pushing out your belly button. It might not be the same for everybody, but that is how it is for me, okay? If you're pregnant and watching this video, I just wanted to remind you that each pregnancy is beautiful and each pregnancy is unique. Some people might experience all the body changes that comes with pregnancy, while some people might experience just a few body changes, okay? So whether or not you experience any of these body changes, it doesn't mean that one pregnancy is healthier than the other, okay? Yeah, I just thought I should throw that in. Oh my god, see the way I'm catching my breath. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I would really like to hear from you guys. If you're a mom or you're currently pregnant, please let me know in the comment section which of these body changes can you relate with. What body changes did you experience, especially the weird ones, the unexpected ones, the ones that took you by surprise? I would really like to hear all of them, okay? Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.